be going over what is in my travel makeup bag. Look at this thing. It's huge. Are you excited? You should be. Anyways, I recently went out of town last week, so I thought I would share with you what I took with me as far as makeup goes. And I think it's good that I'm doing it when I got back instead of before I went. That way I can tell you what I actually used, what was a complete waste of space. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought I was going to have something else to add to that, but I don't. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with like the non-makeup things like tools and then like acne products or whatever else I stuffed in this little booger. First things first, I brought a little mirror so that if I don't have one, oh, I'm blind, thank you. But yeah, it's just a double-sided mirror from Sephora that I got with like some gift cards or something. I use these on a daily basis to do my makeup, so I just figured I'd bring it with me, make it easy. Then I completely forgot to bring tweezers when I went on vacation, so I had to buy a pair. And these are from Sally Hansen. They're cute and pink, and they're just like slanted, you know, tweezers. I don't actually like them that much. They're not as tight as I would want them, if that makes sense. I like my tweezers to not have so much give, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But they did the job while I was away. Then I have my trusty little eyelash curler because you need an eyelash curler. And of course I brought my beauty blender because I cannot do my foundation without my beauty blender. So this little guy is well loved. Then I just have my Neutrogena all-in-one acne control in case I had some pimples, which I had a lot of while I was gone, unfortunately. But I just use this for my spot treatment to try and help the little blemishes go away. They're still here though. Now we can get into brushes. And I did wash all these before I left, and now they're pretty much all dirty. So I used them, most of them at least. The first one I have is my blush brush, and it's the Sigma Large Angled Contour. This is just my favorite brush for my blush, and I did use it. As you can tell, I always use this. As soon as I wash it the next day, it's always dirty. So this is like my fave. Then I have my MAC 150 brush, and I just brought this for powder and bronzer, 2-in-1. I really like it for bronzer, and it does a great job for powder, so I just figured I'd bring one brush to do two jobs. Then I have my Sigma Duo Fiber F50 brush, and I like to use this with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and I did use it. It's my favorite brush for that, so yeah. The last face brush that I bought is my MAC 159, and I have this for my under eye concealer. I just recently bought it. I did try to use it once, but I was kind of in a hurry, so I got fed up and I was like, okay, I'm using my beauty blender. So I didn't really use this. It is dirty like I did, but I half used it, so not really. Okay, and then for eye brushes, I have my Sony Kashuk Angled Eyeliner Brush. And yeah, I use this with my gel eyeliner. Favorite brush for gel eyeliner of all time. So of course I used it. Then I have my Sony Kashuk like domed crease brush. Use this as well. It's one of my favorite crease brushes, so it's well loved. Then I have my Sony Kashuk blending brush. If you can't tell, I like Sony Kashuk brushes. I did use this as well because I did some blending. Then I have my Sigma Pencil E30 brush, and I did use this if I did a darker kind of a look. I think I only used it once on my birthday, so y'all, didn't use it that much, but I always like to have a pencil brush just for under the eye or if I want to do a more defined look. And then I have my Sigma Large Shader Brush E60. This is great for packing colors all over the lid. I like it because it's a nice big brush, so it does the lid color really quickly, and I was in a hurry like this whole trip, so I was all about quick, fast makeup. And then lastly, I brought my MAC 217, which is one of my favorite brushes, and I didn't actually end up using it because as you'll see, the palette that I brought with me has a brush in it, and the brush is very similar to this, so I just ended up using it instead. But I do love this brush, and I figured I'd use it, so that's why I brought it, but I didn't. Isn't that funny how that worked out? Now we can actually get into the actual makeup, the fun part. I was away on vacation and I was at the beach for a couple days, and then my stepbrother actually ended up getting married. Normally if I was just going to the beach, I probably wouldn't bring that much makeup. Maybe I would because I love makeup. But I was away and my birthday happened while I was away and I had a wedding to attend, so I actually had to look decent more times than not. So I did want to bring makeup so I would have options and I could create looks that I wanted to wear for my birthday, because of course you want to feel beautiful on your birthday and you're going to a wedding, so you want to look presentable in case you see any cute guys that you want to pursue, which never happens for me. But anyways, let's get started with the makeup. First, I'll just get this big bulky thing out of the way. I brought my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I just figured if I was going to be gone all day and I needed my makeup to last, that this would be great to have while I was on vacation. And it was super hot where I was, so I did end up using this, but I don't think anything could have helped my makeup from sweating off. It was hot, humid, bugs, not a pretty situation, but I tried to make my makeup last and stay pretty. So it probably would do a pretty good job if the weather wasn't so horrible, but maybe it helped a little bit. Next, I have my foundation, and I brought my favorite foundation, the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Oil-Free Makeup. I love this foundation, and when I was packing to go away, I was like, I just want to bring my favorites because it's going to be my birthday. I want to feel pretty. I want to wear what makes me feel the most confident. But I didn't think, oh, Caitlin, you might actually get some sun while you're away, and this foundation may not be dark enough for you, which it wasn't. So I didn't even end up using this because it is now too light for me, and I do not want to have a Casper face. So I ended up having to use my mom's foundation for a couple nights. That booger is way too thick, and I do not like thick foundations, so I actually ended up going to Walmart and buying a new one. And I got the Revlon Nearly Naked in the color Fresh Beige. And like I was gonna be at a wedding, I was gonna be taking pictures, so I didn't want to have a Casper white face, and I didn't want to wear a super thick foundation in the blazing heat. So I picked this one up. So far so good. It's like the only foundation that matches me right now, so we're getting along pretty well. And then I also brought my MAC Mineralized Skinfinish Natural because this is the powder that I always use, but this was also too light for me. Shocker. Really thought that through, didn't you, Caitlin? No. Anyways, I ended up just using my mom's powder because hers was a little darker and it didn't make me look ghost. It ended up working out fine. It was not a major dilemma. Luckily, my mom's foundations are darker than mine. But I do have a darker powder at home, so I didn't end up buying a new one. But normally, this is my favorite powder. It's just really, really, really too light right now. I don't know if you'll even be able to tell. Probably doesn't even look that light, but it is. Next, I have my Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. All-time favorite concealer for blemishes, so of course I brought this with me. I find with concealer, it doesn't really matter if it's a little too light, too dark, because you put powder over it anyways, or you put foundation over it. So this, it's not, you know, as big of a deal if it doesn't match your skin completely. But this isn't, it's probably like a smidge too light for me, and it still works fine. And then for under eye concealer, I actually brought a new product with me that I had never used before, and it's the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose. And I mean, that probably wasn't the smartest decision, but it works fine. It's really bright. It's like a really light kind of peachy color, like that's super light. But I really like my under eye concealer to be light and bright, so I look like bam, Kim Kardashian, which doesn't ever happen for me, but I'm still trying this out. Don't know how exactly I feel about it. Makeup by Tiffany D recommended it, so you know it's gotta be good. Of course, I brought my Nivea lip butter in Caramel Cream Kiss because I use this every day. And then I have my Nars Laguna bronzer because you need bronzer during the summer. So this little booger, of course, was used and loved. For blush, I brought my Benefit Coralista Are You Surprised? You Shouldn't Be. This is my all-time favorite blush. I use it to death. I talk about it a ton. I just love this blush. Makes me feel beautiful. And then also I brought my Nars blush in Deep Throat. Another one of my favorites. Also makes me feel really pretty, glowy, perfect. You need it. I need it. I love it. And then to just set off that glowy look that we all want, I brought my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Radiant Light just because I love the effect that this gives to my cheeks. So of course I wanted to have it with me while I was away. And I think that's actually it for face stuff. I put a lot of crap on my face. Now onto eyes. For my eye primer, I brought my Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. This is a really great primer. It came with my Lorac Pro Palette. It's the only primer I have right now. I really need to buy a big size because if this one runs out, I'm screwed. But I did use this while I was away because I always use eye primer. And next, the main source of eyeshadow that I brought with me was my Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. And I have just been loving this palette recently and I wanted to use it. So this just has a row of shimmery colors and a row of matte colors. And this is the brush that I was talking about using while I was away that has the 217 end, and it also has a flat shader brush. So I mean, really, I don't even need any other brushes, but of course I borrow them. But yes, I did use this while I was away. Pretty much every eye look came from this little guy and I was super happy with it. It has great summer glowy bronzy colors. Love it! But of course I couldn't just bring that eyeshadow. No, I brought 3 more, I guess, sorta. I brought my MAC eyeshadow in Tempting because I thought I would want to wear this on my birthday or something. It's a nice bronzy mid-tone brown color. I did end up using this once on my birthday, but I was not happy with how my birthday makeup ended up turning out because I was in a hurry, so I did not get to spend the time that I wanted to on it. So I was kind of bummed about that. And then also I brought my Inglot little duo that I created last year while I was in New York just because I freaking love this brown shade. It's the perfect like cocoa gold shimmery brown, and I thought that I would want to use this while I was away on my birthday or whatever. I did end up using it on my birthday, but like I said, I only used it once, so probably would have been okay just bringing the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, and I didn't really need these other eyeshadows. Shocker, I know. For eyeliner, I brought my Bobbi Brown Gel Eyeliner in Expresso ink because I've been using this non-stop recently. It's just a brown gel eyeliner. Love the way it looks. I use this pretty much every day that I did my makeup. And then the other eyeliner I brought was my Loreal Infallible, the super slim liquid eyeliner, just because I didn't know if I was going to feel like wearing liquid eyeliner while I was there. I didn't end up using it. I'm not really into liquid eyeliner at the moment, so didn't use this little guy. Now for my eyebrows, I brought my Hourglass Brow Sculpting Pencil, and I did use this, of course, because it's the only brow product that I brought, and I wanted to fill in my brows. And then I brought my NYX Control Freak Clear Eyebrow Gel, and I used this as well because I had to do my brows. And then for mascara, I brought my all-time favorite Maybelline, the Falsies. This was a new tube, so it was not to its full potential yet. So probably should have just brought my one that I had opened, but it wasn't the Falsies, it was the Loreal one. But this is still my all-time favorite mascara. And then for my bottom lashes, I like the Covergirl Clump Crusher, but I think I'm going to have to get rid of this guy because it's getting pretty old and I think it makes my eyes itch. So this is probably going to go in the trash after this video. And then, since I was going to be attending a wedding, I was like, crap, I might cry, and I don't really want to be having black tears down my face. That does not attract cute boys. So I had to make, in that same trip to Walmart where I bought a new foundation that actually matched my face, I got the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal Mascara in the waterproof version just so I wasn't crying black tears. And that is all for eyes. I always have so much eye stuff, dear lord. Yeah, now I have to get lip stuff, but I gotta get it out of my purse. Hold please. I brought 3 lipsticks and 3 lip glosses, and I only ended up using 3 out of the 6 lip products I brought. Overpacking at its finest, I know. So for the lipsticks, I brought my MAC lipstick in Coral Bliss because this is my favorite coral color. I didn't actually end up wearing it just because I was wearing a lot of coral and I didn't want to have a coral lip on top of a coral dress. You feel me? Anyone else like that? Just me? Probably. Then I brought my Maybelline Color Whisper in Coral Ambition just because I haven't used this yet and I really want to. But like I said, I don't like to wear coral on coral. So I didn't use this either. What is wrong with me? I know. And then the lipstick that I actually did use, you will not be surprised, I'm sure. It is my MAC lipstick in Peach Blossom. I'm sorry, this is just my all-time favorite lipstick. I wear it way too much. I want to use other things, but at the same time, I just love the color of this. It's the perfect My Lips but better. I'm seriously so obsessed with this lipstick. And then for gloss, I brought the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in the color Smoky Look, just because I wanted to use this, but I didn't actually end up using it. Boo me. But I did end up bringing two of my Chanel glosses. I brought Bikini Peach and Bliss, and I wore Bikini Peach most days. It's just the perfect gloss. I talk about it too much too, and I believe it's limited edition, so I'm going to be like crushed if I ever run out of it. And then ended up wearing this one in Bliss actually to the wedding, and I do really love this gloss as well. I just love the Chanel glosses in general. They are my favorite, hands down. But yeah, those are the glosses that I actually ended up wearing while I was away. And that is actually it. Can you believe we have finally made it to the end of this video? Probably not. It was kind of a long one. I brought a lot of makeup with me. Need to try to do better on my next trip. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all of my other social media links if you're not already. I mean, what are you doing? Come on, follow me. You know you want to. And check out my recent videos if you haven't. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.